Lunch. There's no lunch today. Fortunately, because we get to fast and we get to lose a little bit of weight. Hopefully, a little bit of the cheeks get to disappear. But thank you for joining me again today. We've got a shortened version, and we're talking about getting it done in Ramadan, in terms of getting work done in Ramadan. So it's unfortunately we couldn't get to do the Buka Puasa Iftar edition that we wanted to do. It's just logistically a bit of a nightmare currently with a few protocols and all the equipment that, of course, everyone knows. Diong's behind the scenes. All the equipment that Diong has to set up in a Ramadan buffet just wasn't logistically fun. So I apologize for that. I will try and do something buffet related once we get back into our regular lunch editions. But really today, a quick discussion, and I really just want to ask some questions and get some feedback from everybody on working during Ramadan. And I think this is one thing that a lot of people, how would you say, face how to work effectively during Ramadan and how to get your team to be effective during Ramadan. For me, I like working during Ramadan because you get plenty of time where people aren't going for meetings. So I think it reminds me of what I think Warren Buffett once said. He'd be able to do so much more if he didn't have to go for all these meetings. So the good thing about Ramadan is less meetings, less lunches, and you're able to get a lot more work done. But of course, there's the blood sugar realities come 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I think people start to slow down physically and mentally. But I think we've seen. Hi Noah, how are you? Thanks for joining us. We one thing that I've been working on this Ramadan is doing more exercise in the afternoon, right before iftar. And I've seen a bunch of people on LinkedIn posting their like one Dato was like doing this like crazy weights workout, which was like really cool. But one thing that I've been doing a lot of is fencing a lot during Ramadan in the afternoons. And I think what I'm getting is what people would class as a runner's high. But somehow it's like extra high. I think maybe just enjoying myself and not worrying about not eating, not drinking. So yeah, hi Norul. Yes, I agree. Meetings never end, and this is the problem that I've also faced recently is all the Zoom meetings and the Zoom meetings during Ramadan also haven't stopped. And I think that's one thing. But one thing that I also wanted to kind of get an idea out there for my team, and this is one thing I like to talk to people about during Ramadan, is because people aren't out and about as much, and also with COVID-19, it's actually a lot easier to get hold of people during Ramadan. And I find it's a great time to actually get hold of people because they're in front of their laptop. They've got their handphones with them, of course, all the time, but they're not in meetings. So one of the things that I've seen happening a lot that I like to take advantage of from a work perspective during Ramadan is the ability to get hold of people because they've got that thing. Hi, Juliana. That's in my office. There's no trainings during the month of Ramadan. I agree with that, and I think that's a good idea. And you've got a lunch option to cut your lunch hour by 30 minutes and go back early. I like that as well. I'm a big fan of letting people Salam Ramadan, Efa. You're not too late. Yes, I'm a big fan of especially in Ramadan and throughout the year actually is letting people do their work when they need to do it. And I think that's one thing that COVID-19 has taught us is to have a higher level of trust with our staff, with our team members to say, look, this is the deliverable, get it done. If you're doing it at 6 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, as long as you hit your deadline, I'm okay. And I think this is one of the things that more and more employers are starting to realize. Thanks, Abdul Azim. And one of the things that more and more employers are realizing is you have to trust people and you have to get people to deliver regardless of where they are in the world. And I think this is one thing. With that, today's also going to be a very short session. I'm working from home, and I've got to be careful. There's plenty of demand on space, on time, and during this, I like that if you can focus 100% on my work. Okay, I like that. And I've seen that actually, and a lot of people are able to get more done, surprisingly. The other thing I wanted to kind of ask some questions, and it's really just something that's been popping up in social media lately, is around the COVID-19 pandemic and the idea that employers can mandate that their staff get the COVID vaccine. And then this is kind of one question I want to throw out there for everybody and really use this opportunity to get some feedback in terms of the COVID-19. Would people be happy if their employers made it mandatory? And on the flip side, would it also be happy if let's say a doctor showed up the office one day and gave everyone a COVID shot? Is that something that people would be happy to do if it was something available? And then, hi Azulaka, what did you do to stay productive during Ramadan, especially working from home? What I do is I have a routine as well, and I manage the routine and I try to manage my hours. At the same time, I like to get ready for work. So I will still go and have a shower, have a shave, dress a little bit more appropriately for work, and then start my work. So I'm actually in a state of mind where, I'm doing my work now. Having said that, my room is just an earshot away from everything going on in the rest of the house. So I still have to listen out for what my wife is saying, what my kids are saying, and then listen to that. But so there is a little bit of a distraction, I agree, but I think it's manageable. And what do I do working out during fast? Fencing, lots of fencing, lots and lots of fencing. And as my mom just said, Chili's. Yes, but the one at BSC is closed. Does anybody know the reason why Chili's at Bangsa Shopping Center has been closed? I'd love to find out the conspiracy theory. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories going around, but really we need to know what happened to Chili's and why that was closed down. I think one of the most successful Chili's in the universe would be the one at Bangsa Shopping Center. So with that, I really just want to thank everyone for your ongoing support of the show and ongoing support of and then ongoing support of the show, ongoing support of what we're doing with the Malaysia Global Business Forum, with the Crisis Management Center, and all that's going on there. And thank you. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank my team who have been doing a great job. Some of them have been working remotely from all over the place, and we've got two excellent interns at the moment, and one just finished. Noor just finished her 6-month stint, and I want to thank her for her hard work and the stuff that she learned. And that we have another Noor as well. We seem to get pairs of them for their hard work, and thank you for all that. And of course, Mariza, thank you walaikum salam. Thank you for joining us from Jakarta. It's always great to have you on the show. And when we get to Jakarta, I'm looking forward to getting to meet you in person. So with that, I just want to thank everybody for your ongoing support of the show, of what we're doing. And really, this is about COVID-19 recovery, especially the economic recovery. and how we work during this time and how we work during Ramadan. And that's why I just wanted to put the ideas out there and understand a little bit more from everyone else's perspective. I have my perspective, but I also like to listen to what you have to say, so we can understand better and really look towards designing a more sustainable future. And for me, that post COVID-19 future. I keep saying post COVID-19 because I want to wish it into reality, but also we have an opportunity to design the future in a way that is positive. And I think that's the opportunity that COVID-19 has given us, even though it's, of course, the defining crisis of our generation. So with that, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you again next week. Thank you for all the wishes, especially Agnes, Ramadan Kareem also, and everyone have a selamat berbuka puasa, or have a good iftar later, and we will see you again next week around the same time. Thank you very much.